So today we are having a discussion about Vince McMahon, WWE, and who will be Vince McMahon's successor. Thank you for joining us. This is the All About Wrestling podcast, and this is our discussion. So recently I took to Instagram. We actually asked the question, who do you think Vince McMahon's successor will be? Okay, so we had a few responses, but a few I want to highlight. Austin Matthews, 16. He stated Triple H because he's the CEO. The Dangerous Jobbers podcast, they actually made a mention of not Nick Khan. If you're familiar with Nick Khan, he's an executive high up in WWE, but he's not a McMahon. Akash SP76 says Shane or Hunter. As always, I'm joined by my co-host, Mi Amor. Mi Amor, who do you think Vince McMahon's successor is going to be and why?
I'm not really sure. I think that's something that we need to keep tabs on, but I'm sure they won't disappoint. Before we actually go into that, I'm going to talk about our show. And today it is sponsored by Sounds, the sweet taste with the unsweetened ingredients. It has a mix of botanicals and teas, also containing all natural flavors, no artificial flavors, no sugar. Use our code AAW for 20% off on your order. And also, I want to talk about Fight Camp, where we have thousands of classes, quick workouts as little as 20 minutes, teaching courses, data tracking, brain exercising, and you can also get the family involved in this. How much fun would that be, right? So they have a full package that starts you with the gear that you need with a free standing punching bag, gloves, quick hand wraps, and a smart punch tracker to track your progress. And use our code AAW for free shipping.
Awesome. And folks, if you want to find that offer, go to joinfightcamp.com/allaboutwrestling.net. The link will be in the description of this episode. So what's really going on in WWE? We do know Nick Khan's there, and I mentioned earlier, he's not a McMahon, but he has a lot of power and influence in the company. He's made several key decisions, and he's been responsible for a lot of cuts. A lot of wrestlers being released from the company. We're also familiar with Stephanie McMahon and her recent absence, which I think is being blown out of proportion. She's taking a leave of absence, for Christ's sakes. She wants to be with her family. And then recently, Jeff Jarrett has been hired. Previous wrestler for WWE, well known in the wrestling world. He's responsible for the executive role of live shows. So he puts together and writes live shows. And he has the authority to present this to Vince McMahon, who pretty much basically signs off. You know, he signs off whether he likes it, whether he dislikes it. So what's really going on? Mi Amor, I think, I don't know. Like, I do know that there was a lot of beef in the McMahon family between him and his son. For a while, I thought Stephanie McMahon was going to take over. But who do you think is best suited to actually fill that role?
I'm not really sure, honestly. I don't even think Vince is suited for that role. But the McMahon family never lets us down when it comes to drama and, excitement and surprises. So it wouldn't be their style if they didn't do it in a loud way, Right.
I hear you. I definitely feel you there. Let's take a walk down memory lane. Okay, so we do know that WWE was founded in 1953. All right. In 1982, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, who we know as the current Vincent McMahon, he purchased Capital Sports from his father, Vincent J. McMahon. All right. And then he expanded. We've had several eras. We've had the New Generation era. That was from 93 to 97. We had the Attitude Era, which we all remember and enjoyed. The Ruthless Aggression Era, which was ushered in by John Cena, 2002, 2008. We had the PG era from 2008 to 14, which some will arguably say we're still in the PG area as far as that's concerned. The reality era, 14 to 16, which some would say we're still in a reality era because it's like watching a reality show. And presently, they're calling this the new era. Do you remember those eras, Mi Amor? And if so, like, where do you see WWE in the future? Do you see them changing? Do you see them getting worse? What are your thoughts about these eras and where they're going to take us in the future?
I'm not really sure because we have AEW now that's out, and they're obviously their competition, and they're kind of like what would we call it, rated R, compared to WWE where they're PG, and I think it's more in a sense where it's rated R, where there's more, it's action packed, and it's like, I wouldn't say there's a lot of sexual content. I think it's for the most part very classy, rated R. That makes any sense. That's funny, but yeah, I'm curious to see like if they make that turn again, and if they go into that rated R category, you know what I mean, where they're just gonna be like, what, this is it. I feel like it is the way that it is now because we have Vince McMahon controlling everything.
Right.
So once the torch does get passed over to someone else, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see some changes, and maybe we need some changes. Yeah,
maybe we do. There are a lot of hardcore WWE fans that don't really mind whatever happens. But this is definitely a discussion that we have to have. It's going to happen one day, unfortunately, where Vince McMahon leaves the company. And
I mean, everyone has to retire, right?
Right. And he's been around. He's been around for the better part of my life. And it's interesting to see like what happens going forward. Triple H, a lot of people would arguably say that he has the wrestling mind to make those key decisions that need to be made. And it's not just about making those decisions. Like, we have to keep in mind the fans, what we want to see. Most of the time, the fans know what's best for business. And that's not a pun intended, what's best for business. But it's definitely a conversation that I want to have going forward, Mi Amor, with you and with our viewers. All right. So what's new with Mi Amor? Anything?
No, I'm just actually enjoying this sound. It's actually empty. So the flavor that I have is grapefruit, lavender, and ginger tea. So the most flavors that I would say is the ginger. Okay. I definitely taste the lavender, and the grapefruit, I taste it vaguely. And I have to say, like, not really being a huge grapefruit fan, it doesn't taste bad. It tastes really good, and it's sweet, it's flavorful, and it has a very distinct taste where if you're a tea drinker, you're going to really enjoy this drink. So try it out.
I agree. It's definitely good. I have one here. You'll be seeing a lot more of these cans in our episodes going forward. That's sound. And also I'm very excited to actually do some stuff, some physical stuff for Fight Camp.
Yeah, it's exciting. So we'll actually, if you stay tuned on our social media platforms, we will be posting content on our new sponsors, Fight Camp and Sound, and the Showboat. So stay tuned.
Definitely. A lot going on.